to another model of making, and the build we're doing of Belkits VW Polo R 2015 for the World Rally Championship. So in this part we're continuing with the interior, so we've got roll cages and seats to build up, and the dashboard and side panels. So as before, I've got them all cut off and prepared, got rid of any seam lines and things. Touch a couple of little bits. So I'm going to get ready to prime these parts, and then we'll have a look at painting some colours and getting things fitted. There's quite a few decals for this part as well, and bits of 48 edge to fit the seats. So a bit more to have a play with. Okay, back in the next bit when I've done some priming. Okay, so that's got all the parts primed. So we'll start off with the seats. There's quite a lot going on with the seats. Based on this, what I'm going to do is paint them flat black. Then there's a big carbon decal that goes around the back, and there's a couple of advertising ones dotted about. And then we'll put on some seat belts. So the moment I've attached these around the bar at the back, seem to behave themselves okay. It's effectively what I did, and I have filmed it, but I don't know how well it's going to come out because I haven't looked at it yet before filming this bit. Was fit the buckle over the ribbon, have a CA glue on the back of the buckle, then fold it over, held it together with the tweezers, and then put a dab of zip kicker CA element on it, so basically it sticks straight away. I say it's not falling apart yet, but it was only a couple of minutes ago when I did it. So if the next clip is showing how I did it, it's worked. Otherwise, that's what I did. And there's a couple of other PA parts that PA parts that go on the seats, if I can find them. These parts that get like the brackets to fit to hold the seat down, the driver's side and co-pilot. And there's these little parts, which are something to do with the seatbelt, I think. And they're red, so they go on as well. So I say we'll get on to me doing those, and see what they'll look like when we're finished. Then we'll move on to doing the other bits. Okay, it's got all the seats in, and sort of gone for a combination. So I've got the ribbons which I showed you in the last bit, loop around the bar at the back. What I've done is basically glue them into the top, at the bottom of these holes, at the back of the seats. And the seats themselves just got the decals that were in the kit on there. And once it's inside the car, you're not going to really see the difference, but you'll see the straps. So what we're going to do next is fit the driver's seat. As you can see, we've all got painted up with the carbon decal at the back, just flat back. The inside and the decals on. Okay, so it's like I'll CA glue it into here and then fit these. And then I've tried I'll move on to doing the roll cage, which from a couple of dry fits I've tried to do is pretty tricky. I'm 100% sure that top bit fits. Anyway, well, so it goes when we glue things together. So I'll pause this there, and we'll come back putting the driving seat. Okay, made a start on the roll cage. I've had to undo these two parts because basically you can't get this back part in with them all buttoned in. So just saying the instructions, you've already attached them before you put any of the roll cage in, but it doesn't work. So basically what I've done is fitted them into the holes. One here, one at the back, same on the other side. Basically glued it in and held it in place. So that should give us a solid base. Okay, and this back bit has a couple of lugs either side there, which, before I drop it, attach little holes in the bottom of these struts down here on the other side. So we'll have a go at filming that, but as I would dry fitted it before, it was tricky. Okay, so that's the lower part of the roll cage done. Sorry I didn't film it, but it was quite tricky. Basically, got to sort of glue each joint. I'm just going to CA glue and then try it quickly with the zip kicker. So basically it'll hold. So put the sides in first and then, as I say, after I unattach the seat belts, fit it into the bottom holes first, and then make sure these parts fit in. And I sort of test fitted the top bit and it sort of fits, but that comes later. So what we need to do now is get the dashboard in, which doesn't have any instruments or anything on it, because everything's on the steering wheel stalk. So we've got the steering wheel on there, and then this flappy paddle. Goes on the side. There's a little bracket, so it holds it away from the frame, and that fits underneath, like so. So I'm thinking that I will see if I can fit most of it before I fit it in the car, because it's going to be difficult to get underneath and glue it that way. Get some extra thin in there. Just hold that for a minute or two. So I'll say we'll leave that for a minute and we'll come back. Yeah, so although the support for the drive shaft, steering wheel shaft drive a bit, and then I fitted it in. So there's two big slots at the front, which are easy to get in. And then under there, I don't know if you remember the white pillar thing, that sort of fits in underneath. Just have to fiddle that a bit. And then that's the instrument panel in. So I'll let that dry a bit and then we'll fit the steering wheel and other bits on there. Actually, these three bits here. we'll move on to putting the top of the roll cage on from there. I'm going to try to film this, but as I say, it's all filling underneath and I can see with the back of my hand really. So give that a couple of minutes to dry and we'll go back. Okay, as you can see, I got the top of the roll cage sort of fitted in. It seems to get further out, further forward you go. So I'm just going to take a little bit of pedaling. So then what I'll do, similar to this star-shaped one, sort of start, think of the back, work forward with each joint, getting it all glued in place, and see if you can get everything to point in the right direction. So I cleaned some of the holes out to get rid of the paint and things, but I think it's going to need, as you can see, that's off centre there. Because the steering wheel's not pointing at the seat, so when it's pulled out, pulls that across, makes it straighter. So we'll work on that. So I'm just having to think about whether to start with the back, which I think I will do, rather than the front, because there's more joints to keep it rigid. And then, as I say, we'll work forward from there. So I'll think about that and then come back once I've decided. Okay, so that's got the roll cage in. I did start at the back and work around each joint. Wasn't really able to film it because really it was just a couple of minutes of holding each joint together to see a glue set working forward to here. So this is straighter. You can see the steering wheel is more centered on there. Also what I've done is tidied up some of the paint joints as well, and that's all in. So what we're doing now is fit on the side panels, so they fit into these two little semicircle grooves there. Plenty sticky on that. Okay, and same on the side. Okay, and lastly we fit top and bottom together. So a couple of location points either side. So get some CA glue on those. Strobe. Stop. There we go. Okay, so that's part 2 done. We've got all the interior in and the roll cage done. The instructions says have the wheels on, but I'll put them on there later. So thanks for watching this part. Part 3 will be up in a little bit, where we do the decals and everything for the main part of the body, and we get everything put together. Okay, thanks very much for watching this part, and please like and subscribe also. I mean, a lot of people, like probably most YouTube channels, most people aren't subscribers when they come and have a watch. But if you like what you see, please subscribe and click that like button. Otherwise, it's Neville model making with the VW Polo R World Rally Championship 2015. Thanks very much.